The phone buzzed on the counter. Her name lit up the screen, Mara. My stomach clenched before my mind could even form a thought. It wasn't the message that scared me. It was the fact that I still reacted like this, after everything, after she was the one who ended it. Can we talk tonight? Please. It's important. That word, important, hung in my head like an echo from another life. For months. That's how long it had been since she broke up with me but insisted we stay close. She said we were too important to lose contact. And like a fool, I believed her. Because that phrase, too important, made me feel like maybe what we had wasn't entirely gone. Maybe there was still a thin, invisible thread between us. I told myself I could handle being friends. I told myself I was strong enough. But every conversation, every smile, every memory she pulled back into the light, it chipped away at me. We met at the little café near the lake, the one where we'd had our first date. I got there early, sat by the window, and watched the rain paint streaks down the glass. I'd stopped coming here after the breakup. It hurt too much. Then she walked in. Same soft brown coat. Same faint scent of vanilla and cigarettes. She smiled, that polite, almost guilty smile, and I knew something was coming. Something I didn't want to hear but couldn't walk away from. Thanks for meeting me, she said. I didn't know who else to talk to. There it was again, that hook. The way she made me feel needed, even after she'd left. I swallowed hard. What's going on? She hesitated, fingers fidgeting with her cup. Do you remember when we used to talk about honesty? About always telling the truth, no matter how ugly it was. My throat tightened. Yeah. Her eyes flicked down. I've been seeing someone. Since, a little after we broke up. I felt it. That slow, creeping nausea that starts in the chest and spreads outward like fire. Okay, I said quietly. That's fine. We were done. She nodded, her face flushed. It's not just that. It's, well, I should have told you sooner. But I didn't know how. It's someone you know. Something cold slid down my spine. Who? She wouldn't look at me. Eli. For a second, the world just stopped. The noise in the cafe faded, the rain, the hum of conversation, all gone. Just silence. Eli. My best friend since college. The one who helped me through the breakup. The one who kept saying, "You're better off without her, man." I laughed. It wasn't a normal laugh. More like something sharp and broken escaping from my throat. Wow. That's perfect. Mason, please don't. No, really. It's poetic, isn't it? You dump me, I fall apart, and the guy who helps me pick up the pieces is the one you were already sleeping with. People were staring now. I didn't care. I wanted her to feel what I felt, exposed, humiliated, undone. But she didn't yell back. She just whispered. It wasn't planned. It just happened. You know how things get, messy. I leaned forward, my voice low and shaking. No, Mara. I don't know how betrayal just happens. She looked at me then, eyes wet, full of guilt, or maybe pity. I didn't mean to hurt you. But she did. And the worst part. I believed her. That night, I drove to Eli's apartment. I don't even remember deciding to. It was instinct. I needed to see him. To hear him lie to my face. His lights were on. Her car was parked out front. For a long moment, I just sat there, watching shadows move behind the curtains. My mind kept playing tricks, whispering that maybe they were just talking, maybe this wasn't what it looked like. Then I saw them. Mara, in his hoodie, laughing. Eli's arm around her. Something inside me broke cleanly. No rage, no tears, just a hollow clarity. I didn't knock. I didn't call. I just drove away. Weeks passed. We didn't talk. I blocked her number, unfollowed them both, erased what I could. But you can't delete memories. You can't unlearn the tone of someone's voice when they're trying to sound sorry. One evening, Eli texted me. We need to talk. I owe you that much. I ignored it. Then, 2 days later, he showed up at my door. His face looked older somehow. Tired. Mason, I didn't plan for any of this, he said. It just... Don't. Just stop. He ran a hand through his hair. She came to me after you broke up. She was lost. I didn't mean for it to turn into something, but it did, I finished for him. He nodded. I love her, man. That word, love, hit harder than any punch could have. I laughed again. That same hollow sound. Then I hope it's worth what you lost. He looked at me, guilt flickering like static in his eyes. You were my brother. Yeah, I said quietly. And you were mine. He left without another word. Months later, I saw them again, at a friend's wedding. She wore white, ironically enough, and he couldn't stop looking at her like she hung the stars. I wondered if that's how I used to look at her too. They approached me, cautious smiles, polite small talk. I played along. I even laughed at one of Eli's jokes. I don't think they realized how much of me they'd buried. But when the night ended, Mara caught my arm. Are you okay? She asked. I looked her in the eye, and for the first time, I wasn't pretending. I am now, I said. She smiled faintly. Good. I always wanted you to be happy. Yeah, I murmured. Just not with you. When I left the wedding, the air outside was cool and clean, like the world had finally exhaled. I walked to my car, no anger, no bitterness, just a strange, quiet peace. They could keep their version of love. I'd seen what it was built on, half-truths, emotional leftovers, and the illusion of connection. As I drove away, I realized something. She hadn't just broken my heart. She'd freed it. And for the first time in months, I didn't look back.